the stars! Master, I hope you'll forgive me. I think I made an itsy-bitsy boo-boo. Everyone's mad at me, even the house genie. You see, it's kind of awkward. The Lord of House Tabby passed away without an heir, and there's a catfight over who gets the lordship. The Lord's cousin, Count Caterwaul, has seized control of Tabby Manor to assert his claim, but he was not very friendly when I talked to him. House Persian is House Tabby's vassal, and they've attacked the manor asserting their own claim. So I had an idea that we would support them. But then I remembered they're the ones who resurrected Xerxes, so that's not good for us. I went back to Count Caterwaul, but now he's really angry. So I need to teleport back in and try to convince Count Caterwaul to meet with you. Meantime, try to convince the gate guard to let you in.
Stay back, stranger. It may not be obvious to you, but Tabby Manor is under siege. Until House Persian retreats, we're admitting no visitors. You're with the genie from Agrabah? All the more reason not to trust you. I heard she was supporting House Persian's claim. Oh, so now she's changed her mind. And I'm to believe you? Look, you want in? Defeat some House Persian assailants. Then we can talk. You certainly seem to know your way around a dual circle. I'm impressed. And I suppose it's clear you have no loyalty to House Persian. It seems your genie friend has also convinced Count Caterwaul of her change of heart. The Count sent word that you're cleared for entry. You'll find the Count and the Djinn inside the Manor's Great Hall. I hope you're able to help settle the Count's claim to the lordship.
So this is the negotiator you've been telling us about, Istar. I was expecting a powerful, intimidating wizard, but this one, not so much.
I can assure you, from personal experience, Count Caterwaul, my master is very wise and strong, and in my opinion, has terrific fashion sense.
Oh, well, such is fitting for an ambassador to House Tabby. I still remember a time when this manor saw a veritable parade of kings and queens.
Oh, thank you, Murdoch, for the trip down memory lane. Now, Wizard, as to your agenda, unfortunately, we have little room to negotiate. House Tabby doesn't dirty its paws with the affairs of the desert dwellers. We are quite safe and happy here in the Agouti Rift.
Oh, yes, and with this claim unsettled, the Count hasn't the authority. I go now to ask why the Bene Gesserit refused to officially ordain him.
Oh, we can help with that. Like I said, my master is a terrific negotiator. We'll get this resolved in a jiffy. Come on, master. Let's go along. Oh dear, I'm not so sure about this, Master. I hear the Reverend Mother is not so nice either, but I couldn't think of anything else. Maybe if we convince her to approve the Count's claim, he'll owe us. And then maybe... Oh, I don't know, Master. I'll just be quiet.
As I was just reminding Murdoch, you're all wasting your time. I will never approve Count Crowell's claim to the lordship of Tabby Manor. You must understand, we sisters of the Bene Gesserit are the keepers of the breed. We've overseen the lineage of House Tabby for centuries. Count Crowell may be the highest-ranking contender for the lordship, but genetically he is not the proper heir. That would be Paul Atreides. Paul is of pure bloodlines, and we have tested him for this role since he was a kitten. Even now, he faces his final trials in the desert. If you truly wish to expedite the ordination, then go to the Eastern Dunes and assist him. Then the succession can be conducted properly.
All right, I guess. Murdoch, you're the house genie. Does this sound right to you?
Oh, yes, I suppose. Now that I think about it, the Bene Gesserit do traditionally decide such matters. This might be the proper thing.
All right, fine. Master, you should seek out this Paul Atreides in the Eastern Dunes. I'll stay here and try to keep everyone focused.
The eastern dunes stretch out to a distant horizon, unremarkable, but for a deep, quiet, droning sound and the hint of spice on the wind. Among the dunes, you spot a lone fellow traveler, a cat in regal attire. This must be Paul Atreides.
Greetings, wayfarer. I can't imagine what dire cause drives you to this desolate place, unless, like myself, your destiny enjoys a cruel twist. Ah, so you were sent. Thus the illusion of serendipity was arranged by the Reverend Mother, just as everything else I've known. Forgive me if I seem ungrateful. Your help is appreciated as much as it is needed. What irks me is just the deliberateness of it all. And yes, I know, the Lord's passing necessitates my return, but Bene Gesserit law demands I first pass the trial of the sandworms. In truth, the trial is more monotonous than difficult. I've gathered 10 dozen wormling scales. If you will get a few more, it will be done. Thank you. I would have sooner pulled out my whiskers than defeated another wormling, but the Bene Gesserit laws are now satisfied. Things were once different, you know. In ancient times, cat heroes defeated the great worms to prove themselves, but those days are long gone. The Bene Gesserit decreed that the great worms were sacred and started this tradition to collect wormling scales instead. Nowadays, the great worm melange has free reign here. Indeed, we avoid these dunes for fear of the monster. It's embarrassing, really. Perhaps. Yes, the Bene Gesserit would never sanction it, but I would like to prove myself in the ancient way. I would defeat melange. Indeed, before I return to accept the lordship, I must do this with your help. Venture into the cavern of the worm with me. Come, this way. I hope you can forgive me for drafting you into this effort, but I believe this is the true path to proving my worthiness. And I need help. My genes and a pile of wormling scales may have satisfied the Bene Gesserit, but how would I know if I truly merit the mantle of leadership? No, let us navigate this labyrinth and confront the great worm, who still terrorizes these lands. If we fall, then such is my fate. If the legends are to be believed, the great worm Melange has inhabited these caverns for centuries. She is as smart as she is dangerous.
I wonder if that's what this strange inscription says. If only I had time to study it. But such is the burden of my destiny. Let's go.
This is the great worm's lair. Smart as she may be, ancient stories say Melange could not resist a specific series of sonic vibrations. Some combination of using these sand thumpers will summon her. The trick is just figuring out what order in which to activate them. I banish you, worm, from these sands and canyons. Into the wastes you go, where no life persists. There, rumble away the remainder of your day. All right, I must confess, I am feeling quite worthy now. I will return to Tabby Manor and assert my claim. Meet me there.
Ah, so the traitor returns. Wizard, I am disappointed. Instead of helping settle my claim, you bring someone back to challenge it. If there was ever a chance of me agreeing to an alliance with Agrabah, there isn't any more. Your treachery has accomplished that much. And as to you, young Atreides, did you honestly expect to walk in from the desert and be handed the lordship like some kind of treat?
I have the right by blood, Crowl. I passed the Bene Gesserit's trials, and I finally rid us of the great worm Melange.
He speaks truly. Despite his defiance in attacking Melange, the Reverend Mother supports Atreides' claim. It is your duty to step aside, Count.
I will do no such thing. You sisters can say Atreides has the better breeding, but Murdoch, correct me if I'm wrong, mustn't they show proof?
What? Oh, yes, I believe that is true, yes. To settle such matters, we've always consulted the House Chronoshard.
Which has always been held in good faith by our vassal, and with House Persian in open rebellion. I fear we are at an impasse.
I think not. The wizard and I can swiftly remedy the situation. We will go to the vassal manse and retrieve the House Chronoshard by force.
See, I told you our campaign to take the manor would succeed. The Tabbies are arriving even now to switch with us and move into the manse.
Are you daft, Spitamenes? Do you see any luggage? Don't you think we'd be forewarned? I don't think that's why the Tabby is here.
No, we are here for our House Chronoshard. Hand it over, and we will leave peacefully.
You will leave, but it won't be peacefully. Spitamenes and I will remind you of why Persians will always be superior to Tabbies.
I'll never understand how the Persians maintain this delusion of grandeur. Yes, they once ruled Mirage, but it's been centuries. The genie Istar told me of their dangerous scheme to resurrect Xerxes and the trouble that's caused. It's disappointing, as is this mess.
Meow! How dare you interrupt my grooming appointment? I was about to get my nails trimmed and my ears cleaned out. You'll pay for this, gods!
Yet more evidence to support my theory that all Persian cats are narcissists. Who knows, though? Perhaps the Duke will prove an exception.
Oh, is someone finally here with my bowl of warm milk? Wait, what's a tabby doing in here? Scat, you! Fine, I'll dirty my claws if I must. but it doesn't invalidate our claim. House Persian remains the rightful ruler of all Mirage. We've never conceded otherwise. I am not oblivious to the realities, however, and I am open to temporary compromise, but we must talk outside the months. Come! As you might imagine, I can speak far more freely outside the earshot of my fellow Persians. Have to keep up a hardline appearance, of course. Wait, this isn't even about our claim to the lordship and our bid to take the manor? Fine, then I won't bother to recall my assailants.
That's fine. Right now, we have simply come to collect our house chronoshard.
Oh, you want your chronoshard, Tabby? Must I remind you that the Agudi chronoshard is shared between our houses? It's as much ours as it is yours. Yes, I am aware it's my duty to share it, but, well, no one's needed it for decades. We left it in the ruins of our ancestral home.
In the buried gardens? You must be joking!
We Persians never joke, Tabby. It's beneath us. The chronoshard is indeed in the buried gardens, along with a squad of Xerxes' dervishes. I suppose you've heard about our miscalculation in resurrecting the traitor Xerxes. He sent his men here to collect Persian antiquities. They demanded exclusive access to the buried gardens, but I owe them nothing. You'll have to fight them, but you won't hear me crying. Go on.
What's this? Did that prissy Duke Darius dare to betray us? I knew it! The modern House Persian is an embarrassment to our legacy. Let us destroy the Duke and every other living member of House Persian. They've brought it upon themselves. First, though, these interlopers.
I wonder why Overlord Xerxes would send his dervishes here. Surely it's not the chronoshard. It has no value to anyone outside the rift. The chronoshard is just a collection of sand grains, crystallized moments in the history of Mirage, specifically those related to our house. It'll show whether my claim or Crowl's is stronger, but that's all. Maybe there's something else down here of value. I wonder. Let's go.
What now? Treasure hunters seeking to loot this place? Poor wretches. These antiquities belong to Overlord Xerxes now, in his brilliance. Few realize the key to controlling the world is first to control its history. It's how we conquered Mirage before, and how we'll do so again. Of course, we must destroy all who stand against us, both on the battlefield and off. I think we'll make an example of you, yes.
I must confess, hearing the Overlord's strategy, I am both impressed and horrified. It's very smart, diabolical even.
Hello. I know Cosroe didn't let you waltz in here, so you must have defeated him. Ah, you're the wizard the Overlord warned us about. Yes, I believe he has special plans for you. But what are you doing here? The Chrono Shard? That old thing? Why? It's worthless. I would simply give it to you, but my orders are to bring back everything to the Overlord. In fact, perhaps I'll bring you back as well.
It's clear the threat posed by Overlord Xerxes is all too real. House Tabby certainly has an interest in joining this alliance of yours, wizard. First, however, we must settle the question of succession. Let's get the Chrono Shard and return to the manor.
They've returned, just as the Reverend Mother assured us. Place the Chrono Shard on the stand, and then let us discuss what we must do next. Well done. This will undoubtedly silence those who still have doubts about Atreides' qualifications. Now that the Agouti Chrono Shard is secured, we need a Chronomancer to come and perform the analysis to determine whose claim is stronger. The genie Istar has volunteered herself and the wizard to visit the Chronoverge and make the official request to the Chronomaster.
I should make the journey as well. The wizard has already given so much time and talent to this matter. It's only proper we contribute too.
No, Paul Atreides, the Reverend Mother requests your presence. You must visit the monastery to officially conclude your trials.
Oh, All right, I must visit the monastery to officially conclude my trials. Wizard, Istar, I wish you Godspeed.
Yes, be quick. The Chronoverge lies north of Caravan in the Rubel Wastes. The sands have settled and the way is clear. Go.